Miami will be playing Clemson. Let me know down below would y'all had like to play Notre Dame too, because apparently they're part of the ACC now. 2020 only. Hammer gang, because we always hit the nail on the head. So check this out, my Miami Hurricane fans, my ACC fans in general. The ACC has released their 2020 schedule model. Yes, Notre Dame is a part of it. Now, let's get straight into it. So the Miami Hurricanes home games are against Florida State, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Pitt, and Virginia. And the away games, Clemson, Louisville, North Carolina State, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. The Hurricanes also will play one non-con game, which will be between Temple, Wagner, and UAB. Right now, they're not certain which one it will be, but it will be one of those three teams. So the ACC has decided that to decide who's going to be the ACC champion this season, two teams will face each other in the ACC championship. That'll be the two teams with the best record in the ACC at the end of the season. Every ACC team plays 10 games, including Notre Dame. Speaking of Notre Dame, Miami do not play Notre Dame this season. Unless it's going to be in the ACC championship, we do not play Notre Dame. They escaped. They got lucky. They do get to play our little sisters, Florida State, though. Okay, so I know you guys all have seen the schedule. If you haven't, and I just broke it down a little bit. Clemson. Manny Diaz has been doing great. Right now, we're set to be the #1 improved team in America. So, this will be tested. This season, once or twice. Now, we do play Clemson in the regular season, so that right there would be our see where we at kind of game, See where we match up against these power names like Clemson, Alabama, LSU, and so forth and so on. This is our matchup to see where we're at. And also at the end of the season, we get to see again how we match up against these teams, because more than likely Clemson will be in the ACC championship. Who will be in there with them? There's a lot of probabilities. A lot of people is going to have their own say-so, but I say Miami. There's possibilities that even Notre Dame could be in there, which to me that would be the worst case scenario for Notre Dame to come into the ACC for one season only and make it to the ACC championship. Hell breaks loose if they win the whole damn thing. Can you imagine that, coming into the ACC, winning the championship and then gone again? Nope, we would never be able to live this up, man. We would never hear the end of it. I don't want them in the ACC right now, because they ain't committed. They ain't that team in the ACC where you go, you know what, if they beat us now, we'll catch you next season. No, you'll catch them 4 or 5 years from now. They just like the Florida Gators. I don't want Notre Dame to win. I know y'all don't either. Y'all better agree with me. Now, these schedules are just models right now. They have not actually made the schedule where they put the games in order, so you can find out what week you play this team, which week you play that team. You play this team after that team, when your bye week's going to be. They haven't made that yet. Now, they do have a 13-week schedule. That meaning 2 weeks of bye weeks. So if something were to happen with your team, some positive test or something, they would have time to quarantine. They would have, bye weeks to do that. The reason mainly why they're going to this conference-only schedule It's because of
coronavirus.
It is what it is. The ACC can manage testing amongst each other. They can't, navigate around the other conferences. So that's why we're in a conference-only schedule. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, let me know how y'all feel about playing Clemson. Would you have liked to play Notre Dame?